What's going on, everybody? I'm going to show you a quick intro, maybe 10 minutes on how to do Stranded Deep. So we're going to go ahead and start a game. Just not going to save it. I already have a game in progress, but it's pretty far. So I'm not going to show you guys that. We're just going to get this fired up, and that way I can tell you kind of how to start. I'm going to skip the intro. You guys can watch that on your game. So you're pretty much going to start out on a boat here. You're going to hit E for the controller to pick things up. You're going to be using E a lot. And then it's pretty much just mouse click to row, you know. Cool, this one starts with a shipwreck right here, so I can show you guys about the shipwrecks. So you're going to find some shipwrecks above land, like this one. And some are going to be below the water, where you're going to have to dive to them. This one, actually, I believe we're going to need... I don't think I can jump out of that. So that one, this one we might need a tree. This is one of those boats where if it's above land... Ooh, a compass right off the bat. Cool. So I can show you guys about the compass as well. So let me get back on the raft here. And it's very fluid. It runs really well for being an early alpha game. So I'm going to jump out onto the island here. Now typically it's nice to kind of explore, and Q is drop stuff. So Q you're going to be using a lot as well. Go ahead and collect some random sticks. Once again, the E button is your friend, so you're just going to hit that E button. Pick all this stuff up. Looks like there's another shipwreck out there. And pretty much most of these shipwrecks are going to have one chest on them. Flashlight. Don't really need the flashlight at this point. But what you want to do until you can get an axe going, which is pretty simple. The crafting, let me show you the crafting. It's pretty simple stuff. You know, you're just going to drop stuff on the ground in a pile, and then that's about it. Let me use this to cut this down. So in the beginning you can use your knife. If you happen to find an axe on a shipwreck, more power to you. So that's essentially how you're cutting down trees. You can right click on stuff and drag it. Like if you right click, see how it highlights orange? And then you can drag it around like this. So it makes it pretty easy from that aspect. You can also build a motorized boat. I can fire up the other game here and show you a little more advanced of what you can do. That way you guys can kind of get an idea. I've made a lot of trips to the other islands, so let me load that game. You guys can get a feel for exactly some more of the detail. So once you've advanced a little bit, you made the axe, you got a little fire going, you're going to have a little bit more advanced camp. So it's going to look something like this. So more or less, you know, you're able to build structures. The way that this works is you've got a hammer. So you've got a hammer like this that you're going to be able to walk up to a pile like this and make a foundation, for example, which is how you make these floor pieces, right? It's 8 sticks. So stuff like that. That's how the crafting works. The eating is exactly like you're seeing here. I pretty much just take this stuff. I drink a bucket of water, drop it down. Maybe I want to cook some of this already cooked shark meat. But let me put it on here anyway. So that's how you're going to cook meat. It's nice because you don't burn it that way, and it just dings when it's done. Here are some of the items that I've gathered. Vitamins. The morphine helps with like broken bones, I think. The flare. Some more vitamins. Lantern. You know, flare gun. All the typical stuff. This is what you're going to find in the shipwrecks. The air tank is very handy. It makes it so you can go to the deeper dives and that kind of stuff. Let me take this back off the fire. There we go. So I ate it. So if you hold F, you'll notice that you have a watch that basically gives you your health, food in the middle, and hydration on the right. and those are basically your 3 lifelines. This has the time, temperature, date. Oh, it says 26 days survived. Okay, so on your wristwatch, you'll notice on the bottom in really fine print, I didn't notice that's what that said before. Never really stopped and looked at this one. 26 days survived, so that's apparently how long I've been surviving out here. I am bleeding out, unfortunately, because I got attacked by sharks, but that's the way it goes. You'll notice this island, it doesn't have any more cuttable wood. These trees, as of yet, in alpha right now, are not cuttable. So we are hoping for something on the next patch. This is the motorboat. So when you find parts, like you're going to find the motor, the gas tank, the propeller, and some other parts. You know, this essentially is what you're finding it for. So you can build a raft later on, and then, you know, hop on this thing. That right there for now. So that's the motorboat. I mean, for like I said, for an early alpha game, it is quite beautiful. They do need to add a few things. You know, co-op is coming, so that's going to make it pretty exciting. These barrels, I don't think I've never found a case in any of these barrels. These don't seem to have anything. Now the easiest way, as far as the food's concerned, because you'll notice obviously I cut down all the coconut trees, so I do still have a stash of coconuts in here that I haven't gone through. You'll notice I have my little Wally ball that I found, one of the Easter eggs. But with the coconuts, basically you're going to take a green coconut, crack it a couple times to a drinkable coconut, okay? And then you're going to take the drinkable coconut, you're going to drink it, you're going to throw it down, take the axe, and then just whack it a couple more times, and you're going to break it up into an edible coconut. So you're getting food and water both out of the coconuts. This is very important. The compass is obviously a compass, so it more or less is going to give you, it's going to give you kind of a good perspective on things and where you're going. And what I do is once I'm headed out to a certain island, you can then turn and calculate back at the distance you were coming from. Hey, a coconut. Cool. This stuff does wash up. And then obviously you have the shark element, so you have the dark water. You know, you have the awesome swimming like this, where you can just, it's very fluid. It's very no pun intended. It's very you know, it works well. And you can just step into the water and step out. It feels good. So hopefully, you know, this seems like a good engine it's on, and hopefully they keep progressing and it doesn't become a memory hog later on when they've added a lot more, you know, some more elements. But here's my little deck. Got a nice deck, got a nice little happening place. So you'll notice I just picked up a few potatoes. And that's another food source out here on the islands. The potatoes are pretty much an endless food source. You'll notice the potatoes. And this is how you get the rope, by the way. You're also going to need rope to craft. Go up to these little yucca plants. And then you just pick up the lashing. As far as the potato plants, there it is. So here's a potato plant. These regrow pretty much the same day. So, you know, that's an endless supply of food. You have the bucket that you can boil the water, so you have an endless supply of water. So it becomes basically exploring and getting back to your main island, which, you know, obviously you can use the compass for. And that's the gist of it right now. I'm definitely going to be making some more videos, so make sure to subscribe. I'll let you guys know when I'm making some new stuff. You know, whenever they release content updates that are big enough that add things, I'm definitely going to be making more videos. And obviously this was filmed on my Twitch channel, so definitely check out my Twitch channel. This is usually how I stream, and you know, come over and hang out with us. And I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Hopefully you can, hopefully this helped you, you know, make the decision on whether or not to get Stranded Deep. And until next time, rock on, guys. Thank you for coming out.